and Crocs were a bit of a joke because Crocs are so, in the Northwest, Crocs are so practical and functional. Like you can
They
wear them
are. They
everywhere.
actually
The
are.
water drains out of them. You can walk them in. You can walk into the water with them because things like stonefish and things that bite you are a bit of a problem up there. So you want footwear.
Yeah. Yeah,
They were
that's
just
very
awesome.
practical. I like that.
And me and my buddy Sam, we got so much grief about wearing Crocs for years. And we're like, I don't care,
But
comfy, comfy.
now it's cool.
And now
Now
it's
it's
cool.
cool.
And
Yeah.
so so when they started being cool, I think I must have been about 45. So it's always really fun for a 45-year-old man to be cool again. Just going, yeah,
They
never
used to get
stop.
sold at Rivers, didn't they? Do you know the
Yep,
shop Rivers?
yep,
They were sold as boat shoes, right?
yeah. That's where I bought them from.
Yeah, I had Crocs when I was maybe like 8 years old,
Yep,
and that was 20 years ago.
yeah. They
So,
originally, I think they were made for a movie called
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy. Yeah,
Yes, yes, yep. I
it
think
was a
that's
it
really
was a bit of a
funny.
joke. Yeah, but
Yeah,
you know, comfy is comfy.
that's true. I have tried them on, and it just was unfortunate that they're not very comfortable for me. But I just have like a very particular set of requirements for shoes. And they just didn't meet my requirements. Like I did want them to be comfortable. I did want to be proven wrong. Like I do like the idea of like collectiveness. Like I said before, like if you get a pair of Crocs on, you see somebody else with a pair of Crocs on, you're
You're
like,
like,
all right.
ah.
But for me, they're just not comfortable, and like I don't find them particularly attractive, and I do see that there is something somewhat childish about wearing
Absolutely.
Crocs,
Yes.
and that to me it kind of comes across as trying to disregard adulthood and trying to hold on to a sense of innocence, which I think that that's a little bit sad that we're trying to replace this sort of sense of happiness that we get with our childhood by buying a pair of shoes that remind us of when we were a kid. That's the way that I see it. But
Yeah,
whenever I
right.
try to explain it to people, people are like, "You're hating."
You hate children.
No, yeah. No, I'm just like that's trying like gain back that sort of connectedness and childhood innocence without being childish. You know,
Right.
that's actually communicate with one another and I don't think a pair of shoes is not going to fill that void. Same with those new little toys that are what are those little toys that are on the market at the moment? They're called like recession markers. No,
No, I
people will
haven't
be
seen
listening
those.
to this and they'll know exactly what I'm talking about
Hmm.
and they'll be screaming at their phones. But there's these new little dolls that have come out that people are like hanging on their bags and stuff, and they're toys.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And to me, it just seems like, you know, really trying to grasp onto something that you've let go of.
See, for me, Crocs are really on brand for, especially for a super heavyweight. I'll show you these are my podcasting shoes. I'm about to show you.
I thought you were gonna whip up your foot.
All
I'm like, oh my God, he's really mobile for a super heavyweight.
right. So yeah,
Uh,
for at a certain body weight and a certain lack of mobility that comes about from benching and squatting too heavy too often, slip-on shoes are a must. You
Absolutely.
can't have,
Functional.
and so Crocs become super functional because they're technically it's a closed-in toe. If you put
Yes.
the strap on, it's an enclosed shoe. You can get away with a lot.
Sports mode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
my brother's a
I
vet and he wears them in his practice
Yeah.
because he can just hose them off
Yep.
once he's sort of finished and it's just really, really easy and hygienic.
Yeah. So there was nothing childlike or childish for me wearing Crocs. It was, do I have to
And
bend
now
over?
I've just
Do I
lumped you
do I
into
have to
the
do I have to
collective.
bend? Mine was, do I have to bend over to put these on? No, I quite like them.